Kia ora, hello, and here we are. Whoa, it's Ordinary Night on Coast Access Radio and or podcasty places as well. It's me, Kitty, and
it's me, Emma.
Oh, you're there. This is great. Hello. We missed you, Emma.
I missed you too so much.
It was so lonely without you.
I thought you said it was so lovely without me. Well, thanks very much.
No, it was lonely. Well, it was lovely because I had Mike, but you know he's just not you.
It's different, eh?
It's just not Emma. And you know,
sorry, Mike.
yeah, we love you too, Mike. But you know, Emma's just perfect. And we are not experts or medical professionals in any way, shape, or form. But we are.
We're experts on us.
Indeed.
I jumped in there. I'm used to
I like that. I like to jump away.
Jump away.
I also
jumping up and down.
They're also sponsored by Cover Yours Insurance from Quote to Claim. They're in your corner. You can find them at coveryours.co.nz, and they're still absolutely brilliant people. And definitely give them a call. And Emma, where have you been?
Well, I went to Auckland, and that was actually quite a big adventure for me. For those of our listeners who are not Kiwis, not New Zealanders, Auckland is about it's an hour away flight time from where we are, isn't it, Kitty? And,
it's a very long way. It's a convenient 10-hour drive. I think you can do it in just under 10 hours if you drive from here. So
it was actually quite convenient in terms of because it's the only place in New Zealand that offers deep brain stimulation. There's funding for travel from the National Health Organisation, so that was really cool. I got to fly on the taxpayer.
You're getting really ahead now. So you mentioned deep brain stimulation.
Yes.
And
so yes.
Yeah. So you went to Auckland. Did you have deep brain stimulation in Auckland?
No. It was like an initial appointment to talk about the possibility of having it, and I learned a bit more about what it is. So I can tell you a bit more about what they actually do now, which is exciting and also terrifying.
Is it exciting and terrifying all of the equal measure? Because why do you need it? I mean, why have they offered it to you?
Well, apparently, when you have Parkinson's, deep brain stimulation, not just for Parkinson's, but when you have Parkinson's, there's a range of medicines you can take. And then, when you get to the end of there being because Parkinson's keeps getting worse over time, the effects of the meds doesn't quite cover you over time.
Yeah.
And deep brain stimulation can help you a bit more, depending on whether you're a good candidate or not for it. It's not for everyone, but...
So you mentioned it's not for everyone. I mean, why is that?
I don't actually know why it's not good for everyone, but they did say that there's a process for discovering whether it would be good for you or not. And part of that process is to do with, I think, the risks of having surgery increase with age. So that would be a factor for some people.
Right.
And there's also an aspect of the assessment that looks at cognitive stuff. So apparently the more cognitively sort of okay you are, the better a candidate you would be.
Oh, right.
So you have to do like a psychological assessment that looks at that. So for example, if you were suffering from hallucinations or any kind of psychosis like that probably wouldn't be able to have.
They'd go, maybe not.
Yeah.
And how long have you been taking your medications? Because you said that for some people the efficacy of the medications can drop off.
Yeah.
And that is something that we all kind of live in fear of a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how long have you been taking yours, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I've been taking mine for about I think I was diagnosed. I've how long have I been taking my meds? I think about 17 years, 18 years.
Goodness me.
Hang on, let me think. Okay, so I was diagnosed with something called focal dystonia in 2011,
Yeah.
and I was put on Cinemet then. So how long ago was that?
You're asking me to do maths on the fly. Well, 25 towards 26, take away 11. That would be,
I'm doing that.
oh my God.
26 minus 11 is
What was that about?
15.
Intelligence.
15 years. 15 years I've been on it.
Ordinary life. Asking the difficult questions in life. Like maths. Simple mathematics.
It's hard for me to calculate because I think back to when I first noticed my physical symptom, and I can do that math.
I will take your pathetic excuse.
But yes, I've been on levodopa longer than I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's, but that's because the thing that they thought I had, they said, give this medicine a go and see if it helps you. And it did. So I just carried on taking it.
Yeah, it is weird, eh? So
Yeah.
So you went up there, and what do they can I ask what they actually do? What the process is?
Well, the process, there's quite a long process, but what the actual surgery is they put inside your brain, like long thin wires that go down, two of them, one on each side, down from the top of your from the top of your brain through down to the deep part of your brain.
It's the substantia nigra, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's the substantia nigra.
Yes, which apparently is like in the kind of midbrain area, which is deep inside, not midbrain.
The most inaccessible part of your body, the possible to have, eh?
Yeah.
It's the hardest bit of the body to reach. That's where we need to go.
Yeah. So, and they had to kind of stick them down through your brain, which sounds really kind of
terrifying,
risky to me. Like, what if they took stuff out on the way?
And I mean, the question everybody wants to know is, I mean, do they have to actually open your head? Or
so apparently they drill two small holes at the top, and the part where they stick the electrodes into your brain is done under local anesthetic, so they anaesthetise the top of your skull so you can't feel them doing the holes.
Yeah.
And apparently sticking things into your brain doesn't hurt because the brain doesn't have
pain receptors.
Yeah. And then once that part's done, they put a battery pacemaker thing in your chest, and they do that part. That is the second surgery done under general anesthesia.
Right.
But for the brain bit, you have to be awake because they ask you questions. Because part of it is getting the placement of the bottom of the electrodes in the right part. And they decide
sitting comfortably.
Yeah. It doesn't sound particularly great, does it?
Well, it feels better than slicing the top of your head off. But still drilling holes into you. They're just going to drill a hole into your skull now. Okay, sure.
The other charming part of it, which is also quite relieving to know, but also quite terrifying to know, is that you have a frame stuck onto your head to keep your head and body still while they do this.
Move, can you?
Yeah.
Do you have to be unmedicated as well?
They said that there's two things that you have to be unmedicated for. Before you do the surgery, you go for a dopamine test.
Yeah.
Which is when you go in with, they said, low or no medication from the night before.
Right.
And they said the decision on how much you're allowed to take is done a bit later into the process, and you do that in discussion with the nurses that take you through the test. And then you go into hospital in the morning, and they slowly start you, or they must assess your movement and how you're doing when you're on no medication, and then they slowly give it to you to see how fast you respond to it.
Goodness me.
And that is part of the process of deciding whether you are a good candidate or not. Is if you're not really responding to taking dopamine in the pill form, and they don't think you'd be a very good candidate for DBS, which is quite stink, really. But so if it's not helping you in that way, it's not going to help you in the way that the deep brain stimulation helps.
It's so extreme, though, isn't it? It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how do you mind if I ask how you feel about that?
I have mixed feelings. When I went to talk to them in Auckland, I was quite keen and positive, and the neurologist I talked to was quite keen and positive. So that made me feel like it was a good thing, and I should probably do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably do still have to do it because it is really at the moment my next best option for keeping functionality going forward into the next 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you have to do something.
Yeah.
But what do you do? And it's such an extreme thing.
Yeah.
But we have seen people on social media and things have this same surgery, and they say it's amazing.
Yeah.
But
the other thing is it doesn't help across the board for all the symptoms of that you might be suffering from Parkinson's. So apparently it's most beneficial for tremor and for dealing with the ups and downs of having mobility and then not having mobility.
Right.
So if you swing extremely from when your medications are not working and you're pretty not working to being working quite well, and the ups and downs of that's quite difficult to manage. So apparently it's good with that. And also good for dyskinesia, and it can reduce that, and it can reduce the amount of pills you have to take, and sort of make you more even throughout the day. And also they said you wouldn't have to take night meds, and you'd be better sleeping. And I thought,
wow,
that would be so good.
Yeah, that would be good. So what are the next steps?
So the next steps are to wait for the psychological exam assessment, and I was told I'd be able to do that in Wellington, but I just saw Wellington Neurology again recently, and they have lost their one person who could do that assessment. So
you're gonna
have to be back to Auckland for me, and the one person they had that could do it up there was on leave when I saw them last year. So.
Well, let's get started in the state of the New Zealand healthcare system, then, eh?
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit of a workforce issue, I'm afraid.
Oh dear. Well, I thank you so much for sharing that with us, Emma. I'm really grateful that you are willing to talk about it, because I find it fascinating and terrifying in equal measure. I look forward to hearing more as it advances. And
watch the space. To be continued, for sure.
Indeed. And it's been great talking to you again anyway, and just recording another amazing episode with you. You can find us on Ordinary Life PD on Instagram and Facebook. And you can also pick up our podcasts. We've got lots and lots and lots of previous episodes. Wherever you pick up your podcast, just do a search for Ordinary Life and you will find us. And anything else?
Until next time.
Oh, and thank you to Cover Yours for supporting us. Cover Yours Insurance. And we will be back next week talking about something, again, exciting, Parkinson's related.
Keep on keeping on, everyone.
Keep on keeping on. And ka kite anō, and thank you for listening. We will be back next week.
Ka kite anō.
Goodbye.
This episode was produced at Coast Access Radio with support from Irarangi Te Motu, New Zealand On Air. You can catch this and other podcasts online at accessmedia.nz, or you can search Coast Access Radio on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.